So this depends on which breath machine you're refusing to take. Typically, when an officer is running you through their balancing tests and questioning you to determine if they're going to arrest you for a DUI, the last test that they usually give you is what's called a preliminary alcohol screening test. And this is typically a device, looks something like this. This is one of the ones they have. It's called an Alco-Sensor 4. A mouthpiece goes into this, and they'll have you usually blow in Marin County twice into that. That test is not mandatory. However, if they want you to blow into that, you tell them you're not going to, or you politely, say, hey, I would prefer not to. They're probably going to arrest you for DUI for not cooperating with them. And then at that point, you're going to have to take, they're supposed to give you a choice of a blood or a breath test. Now, if you refuse both of those tests, then they'll read you an admonition which says that you will lose your license for 1 year or more if you refuse to take a chemical test because you've been arrested for a DUI in California. If that happens and you still refuse, then they will get a warrant from a judge, which will give them the authority to take your blood. And it's called the forced blood draw, whether you put your arm out and cooperate with them when it's time for that draw, or whether they have to hold you down, they're going to draw your blood in Marin County. It's just the way it works. So refusing is not necessarily something that is going to help you long-term. I know in some states, people are told to refuse because it will, be much more difficult to prove a case against them. But that's not the case in California because they're going to take your blood anyways.